Hey folks, welcome back to Gaming Garbage where we take a look at games, chat about the gaming news in the industry, and of course, stream for fun. Today we're talking about Battlefield 6, not necessarily dethroning Call of Duty, but while I was taking a look at this, I did notice something that I did not expect between both of them, and I think it highlights a bigger problem for the companies and also too for us as players. So let's go ahead and get into this. You can always like, sub, all that jazz if you enjoy the content. And hey, if you hate it too, you can dislike. That's okay. So I know these aren't perfect. I know this isn't a perfect sample size, but again, this is trying to be as comprehensive as possible. And yeah, of course, Steam does not include Game Pass or anything else or other services. This just includes, I guess we don't have the Origins launcher anymore. That's fair. But this just includes actual Steam, right? And what we see is that the player counts are pretty steady, pretty much peaking at 100K or 120K for the weekend, and then, it sloughs off during the week. But we can see is that it has fallen off quite a bit. I mean, we had 750K basically at launch. The COD players got washed out. They weren't enjoying it for the most part. They went back to Call of Duty. And then we had the introduction of Season 1 and also RedSec, the Warzone type of Battle Royale map. And again, that stayed pretty good for a while, 400, 500,000, and then started sloughing back off again. And it's just been on a decline ever since. And the thing that's crazy is this game came out on October 11th. It hasn't even been 3 months yet. We're getting there. We're about 2 weeks away, but yeah, this is like 10 weeks, and it's fallen off pretty big. When we take a look at Call of Duty, it's always been Call of Duty, right? It's always kind of been the same thing. Here we can take a look at launch, which again is not great, 100,000, and then again it's just been falling off ever since, and now we're basically hitting 40 or 50K. Though this has been higher than Black Ops 6 so far, but again, that skill-based matchmaking. Some people are still complaining about it. I don't think it's as bad as Black Ops 6, but yes, it definitely still feels like it's ratcheted up from just the first, couple of weeks of launch, and I think that's why people are backing off, because we've lost over half already with since the launch of Black Ops 7. But 7 is also a part of Game Pass, and I think that's where a lot of people are actually playing it. When we take a look at PlayStation Time Tracker, while this is only a sample size of 16,888 in the last 30 days, it's still the best sample size that we have for actual PlayStation and where they are and what they're playing and how long and everything else. And Call of Duty has moved back up in 4th place. Now, it's been roughly about a month or 5 weeks since launch, give or take, probably about 5 weeks. And we got a player count of about 5,000. It's definitely got more hours played. And then Battlefield is also no longer in the top 10. It's lost 8 spots from where it was the previous 30 days. And again, it's got 1,370 players and roughly about half of the hours played. So the thing that I find surprising is that, Battlefield didn't dethrone anything. And when we take a look at Xbox, this is just the Xbox console, well, Call of Duty is number 9. And, this is 50 right here. 54, 57, 60. It's number 62 on Xbox. Like, people just aren't playing it. And a lot of these games you'll see is that they've either been heavily discounted or they're on Game Pass or they're free. And I think Game Pass plays a much bigger role in the Xbox ecosystem than people think it does. And last count we had was 34 million. And then they've also continued to say that it has growth pretty much every single quarter. And Game Pass also made $5 billion last year. And they were very happy about that. That was the most it's ever made, but they also did raise the price, which most of us are not happy about. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. But then, too, if we just take a look at the PC Xbox ecosystem, again, Call of Duty is number 4, which is kind of insane. And again, Battlefield is really nowhere on the list because this is the top 50. Let's just keep going. Let's just see where it is. Again, it's not even showing up. That's 75 now. So again, I think most of the Battlefield players are either on PlayStation or they're on Steam, but they're not really playing it anywhere else, which I think is kind of surprising. When we take a look at the daily active users on Steam, of course the Counter Strike, but Battlefield's number 6. So this is probably where a lot of the players are actually playing, because number 6 is pretty good, but Call of Duty is way down here at number 34. But again, I think they're playing on Game Pass because it's cheaper. They already have the service, and this isn't just Xbox console. This is also Xbox PC as well. Actually playing that. So I just thought it was interesting. But the bigger problem here that I think is that Battlefield 6 has chronically been on sale. So it had a 10% discount for pre-order. It basically was good for 2 or 3 weeks. And then we had discounts, for Black Friday month and Cyber Monday week, and now the holidays, and it's going through, well, who knows how long really it's going through. Apparently the 7th on most, but yeah, 30% off, that's a lot. But never have I seen a game that's, $500 million be chronically on sale since even before launch. And this is the PlayStation Store. When you take a look at the Xbox Store, it's the same thing. Even taking a look at most played, Battlefield is still on sale. Like, Battlefield is chronically on sale. And I think what they're seeing is, again, they wanted 100 million players, but I don't think that's what they're getting. And who knows how many of these are actually RedSec, because that's all encompassing now, RedSec with Battlefield 6. But it is shocking how much it's actually been on sale. But again, this is not just a Battlefield problem, it's also COD. So when I made my previous video, I said that Call of Duty wasn't on sale yet. Well, it was literally like the next day when it went on sale. And again, it has just kind of chronically been on sale ever since. Pretty soon, right after launch. And again, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the holiday winter sale, and I'm pretty sure the sales will continue. I mean, spring is literally not too far away. We got 3 months for that, but I'm pretty sure they'll be pushing the sales pretty quickly too on the PlayStation Store and on Xbox. And even though it's on Game Pass, it's still on sale for people to buy. And even though the score absolutely sucks, we see that with PlayStation Time Tracker and others that it's still playing. So I think what this shows really is that players might just be kind of done, because while they're competing with each other, in this space, I think live service is just kind of worn out its welcome with a lot of players, because it's always about the grind. It's always about the skins. It's always about the microtransactions going macro transactions and just becoming more and more expensive as time really goes on. And people are just tired of the gimmicky kind of game that these are becoming. Instead, what we have at the top is Fortnite and Roblox and Counter-Strike 2 or Counter-Strike Go and whatever, is that these free-to-play games are basically just completely taking over. Because if you're going to get the same gimmicky experience, you might as well get it for free. And so what do these big AAA companies end up ultimately doing is, well, they're trying to be more innovative. They're trying to push the graphics, but then they can't push it too hard because they also want to do the previous gen. And which, that's actually going away. I think with Call of Duty, I think Black Ops 7 is only for the Series X and PlayStation 5. But it's been a long time coming. I mean, it's been 5 years. And I'm not saying it's bad to support those consoles, but they can't get away from the previous consoles because, well, they can still make a lot of money there. It still makes sense to actually make that type of port and dumb down the graphics some and whatever so that they can still get that revenue. And if they didn't need to do that, I don't think they would. Because it used to be back in the day that games didn't have to be chronically on sale, or that games would be on sale really soon after launch, or that a pre-order bonus was actually a discount. But again, what are these companies going to do? They're trying to compete. They're trying to stay relevant, but there is a problem, because like what we see with the top 100 is that, again, Grand Theft Auto 5, that's like a 14-year-old game. Fortnite's free. Roblox is free. Warzone is free. Minecraft is free. This one you actually have to pay for. Arc Raiders you have to pay for. Rocket League is free. Marvel Rivals is free. NBA 2K you got to pay for. Siege is free. Overwatch is free. Apex Legends is free. Destiny is basically kind of, I guess, having to come back, but not really. It's just a lot of people playing. Elden Ring Night Rain is a cheaper game. Warframe is free. The free games are just taking over, and the reason why we have discounts, I think, is because people really just can't afford it. Myself included. I don't want to buy 4 or 5 $70 games every year on top of multiplayer or upgrades or controllers or whatever. And if you're on PC, well, maybe you want to upgrade your GPU and stuff or RAM, but again, that's really expensive now too, along with SSDs and HDDs. And I mean, no matter what, we can't get away from the price increase. So I think partly this is showing that, yeah, people just can't afford it. And then also these games, even though there's still a lot of players, the players are seeking out the cheapest options to actually play these games. But 70 is basically being rejected all over the place. Even the Silent Hill 2 remake, it didn't come to Xbox too long ago, but it's on sale. Chronos The New Dawn was a $60 game. I think it was a $60 game. Maybe 70. I can't remember off the top of my head. But again, even that had a 15% discount for Black Friday. It's like, guys, these games are literally just coming out, and the $70 price tag is too much. Because if people would buy it, well, they wouldn't need to discount anything. And the discounts continue after Black Friday. And people think maybe we don't really need the AAA games or the AAA space, but I would say that you're wrong, because a lot of the games that we enjoy or have enjoyed in the past, they're funded by the AAA. Whether it's Xbox or PlayStation or Ubisoft or Take-Two or somebody else, Embracer Group, I mean, they fund a lot of games. And without their funding, those games that we like that are indie don't exist. There's a few that are independent, but being independent is becoming more difficult as, again, prices continue to go up across hardware and software and subscriptions and wages and everything else. And so 2026, to me, looks bleak. Because while it's good for us, we've seen EA is going to be bought by the Saudi Arabian government and own like over 90% control. I've also seen that Ubisoft a couple of times now has had to take money from Tencent to stay afloat. Otherwise, yeah, I really think they would be dead. Bungie almost completely went under, but PlayStation bought them, which I'm sure they're regretting right now. And then, God, wasn't there another one? Oh yeah, Niantic sold their entire gaming division. And Warner Brothers is also either going to be bought by Netflix or Paramount. And some of these are pretty big company. Again, these gaming divisions, these areas, they're worth billions or tens of billions of dollars. And they're just not sustainable. So more layoffs, more closures, possibly more canceled or pull funding from games. That's what I'm expecting in 26. Because if these companies were making a ton of money, I don't think they would sell. It's getting brutal. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. With that, folks, thanks for tuning in. You can always follow me at GamingGarbage22 over at YouTube. We have playlists there. If something's not for you, don't sweat it. Move on to the next thing. You can also follow me at Twitch if you'd like. Don't tread on the end. When I play video games, I'm willing to chat with you guys if you chat back. If you want to be a silent partner, that's totally okay too. But yeah, this just kind of has me intrigued. Because if you can't sell the game for $70 anymore, what can you sell it for? Well, the consumers are ultimately going to let the companies know, but I think that just means some of the companies aren't really going to make it. I mean, look at the ones that are already being bought or keep taking cash injections because they can't make it on their own. The industry's sick. People are struggling, like you and me. And the industry's going to have to adapt. We'll see what happens. With that, folks, I'll see you guys on the next one.